Well, that's no good. Well, let's try this. No, that's no good. Screen. Hey, now we're cooking with gas. You just gotta figure out how to do it. How's everybody? Let's put this up here. There we go. No camera there. Oh, there we are. Good morning. How are you? Let's see. That was on the wrong side, but that's okay. We're not gonna mess with that. Good morning, Jim. Hey, Sonny. Good morning, Coach Joe, Thomas, Mike. Hey, Julie. Let me move this over so I can see it. There we go. Move the mic down. There we go. Got my screen up. Get a drink of water. My big cup. That's a Christmas present. That boo boo. All right. See, is everything working? The music's turned off. Everything's going. People logging in. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Let's see. I've got my drawing tools up. There we go. All right. Okay. Hey, thank you everybody for being here. I absolutely appreciate it more than you possibly know. Good morning, Steve. How are you? Hey, Vernon. Good morning. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody from the member side. Appreciate everybody from the social side. I really do. Hey, I want to welcome everybody to my charts and targets show. I don't know really what else to call it. For those that watch this video later, we start at 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. Okay, and between Hit Run Candlestick members and the everyone from social media, and myself, there's no doubt in my mind that we can find some really, really great trade ideas that are worth the watch list, maybe just for the day or maybe for the next 20 days. So, um, yeah, show up, grab those. It's a great way to pull out a watch list, and we've got some great traders that put some out there. So thank you to everybody. Um, and I want to thank everybody that is supporting me. Here the other day we talked about the Road to Wealth account a little bit in the Hidden on Candlesticks room, and I've gotten several emails, texts, and notes that is tons of support for this. And the plan is to take a $4,500 account to $500,000 in 6 years. I mean, that's hard. That's hard, but it's amazing the support that I'm getting from it, and I'm going to be working on it really hard. So follow along, root me on, throw a tomato every now and then if I do something bad. Have a big loss. Shouldn't throw a tomato. Thanks for the rooting. Okay. I also want to remind everybody that's interested. We still have our 14-day, $14 trial full membership. Also, if you're in YouTube, just look right below the video. There's a link for 3/8 ebook trap. The 3/8 trap is one of my number one entry points. And then there's several entry points that built off that, but that's the basics of it. Okay. Also, too, we're offering for new membership 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, or 4 month membership free. You can check that also. More of the details in YouTube there, and I think that's also in social media places. Okay. All right, let's get started. Thank you for letting me get that out of the way. Absolutely appreciate it. So I've got some charts here. If no one else, let's talk about the market first. We better do that. So yesterday we ended up with a candle that was a little bit questionable. The whole market was a little bit questionable. I ended up closing some positions that were positive. I closed up VG for 38%, Abbott for 18%. What else did I do? Irene for 62%, UEC for 31%, just to protect those profits. HUN for 46%. That's how you grow the Road to Wealth account. You've got to take profits, even though, let's take a look at Irene. All right. Irene still looks great. And I have every intention to buying it back too. But if you feel that something is not right in the market, it's my personal feeling that you take your money off the table, you protect your money because that's money at risk. I have no problem getting back into it if the market gets back into itself. So, uh, and at the very least, if I missed out on 3 or 4 or 5%, that's okay because I closed whatever I said, it's off the list now. Irene, I closed that up. Well, if I get in today and we get back up here, well, there's 12.5%. What do I care about 1 or 2% that I might have lost? And the truth is, if I buy it on an inside day lower, I'm actually ahead of the game. So, yesterday, I thought it was real good idea to take some profits off the table. So here we have the SPY, and we're still in bullish momentum in here. The bulls still own the park, I mean, they do. Uh, Trend indicator is still moving up like this. Price, we are clipping the 8 EMA today, this morning. There's the green dots. We're still green. We're still working good. Of course, we're trying to get to that 700. That's our number one goal right now. And then we'll evaluate the market once we get there. Of course, if we break down, we'll have to start evaluating as well. But right now, I think we're looking pretty good. One of the biggest problems that I think we have is going to be tech. Um, Tech is a problem now. I know we've broken out here, and I know we're holding, but it's still a problem. We have yet to come back up and make any serious highs. We're just kind of poking around this 629.45. So we really need to watch tech. Now, the Mag 7 tech, they're a Goliath. They're a monster. And if they start getting too, I don't care how bullish the rest of the market is, they will drag the rest of the market down with them because they are so big, they're so heavy that if they start to fail, um, then the whole market will go that way. So we need to be cautious, um, cautiously bullish, right? Cautiously bullish. I don't think I would be heavy on the short side. VXX yesterday started making me a little bit nervous here, and then today you can see I'm even a little bit more nervous. Uh, we don't want we don't want the VIX moving up too much. We need that to stop. So if this does continue to climb, I myself would become a little more nervous. I'll take more profits off the table. I will pump the brakes and might even look for some short trades out there as well. So, um, yeah, so let's be patient, keep that in mind, okay? IYT, I think is still looking very good. SMH is looking good. RSP looking good. Yesterday, XLF out. The banks, JP Morgan, not doing that great. So, yesterday, one has to ask, say JP Morgan, is JP Morgan down because of earnings, or is it down because of comments of capping um, um, credit card fees? Well, I personally, I honestly don't know that question and the answer to that. And maybe it's a little bit of both. Um, but from what I understand, the earnings were pretty good. And I don't read through earnings reports. The earnings were pretty good. Um, but if you add a little bit of that, capping, if you take somebody's income away, well, what do you think is going to happen? And that's exactly what's happening here, if it happens. So this could be nothing. This could be absolutely a buying opportunity for things that's in the bank area here. Um, yeah, it could be a buying opportunity. I'm gonna keep an eye on that on the banks. Okay, so okay, let's take a look at some charts everybody might have. Um, you're harder to hear. See, how is that better for you? Uh, well, let me see. Is this better? Am I on this mic for the social? Test 1, 2. Testing, testing, testing. Quality time. Can you hear me better? I'll wait. All right, test 1, 2. Let me know if you hear. If you hear that happening, let me know. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, in the room here, I'm on this boom mic. It never occurred to me that I was on my headset. Um, if you can hear that tapping, I'm on the boom then. Okay, good. This is a better one. Okay, let's take a look at some chart. I've got a few of them, and I wanna start with Tesla, okay? Um, I know and I'm starting with Tesla because, there's a several traders in the trading room that are interested in Tesla. I am too. I'm very interested in Tesla, but I think Tesla needs to be traded at the right time, okay? Right now, I think we have both a bullish and a bearish setup. I don't think we have an edge in it. We've got a nice little low here to a high, to a higher low. Well, that's cool, right? And then what do we want to see? Well, we want to see green. There we go. We want to see bullishness, and by golly, that's what we've got, right? But what after a big move down like this, after this is a harsh, this is a statement move. What we need is this. Let me change this. I'm gonna change it to white, bigger. There we go. What we need is a low, high, higher low, and then we need a higher high here. So buying it long right now, I mean, anybody can buy it. You can buy anything you want, anywhere, anytime. That's not a problem. But I want to put a few things in my favor. I want a higher winning rate. I don't want to be fretting over, I want a stock that shows a little momentum, a little bit of, buyers actually liking it and stepping in. So what I'm going to do is um, let this happen, and it's happening, and then let it come back up, and when it breaks out, that's the buying area. That's what I'm gonna be looking at, okay? Now, let's talk about the short side. If we look at the short side, well, here we have this angle to the downside, downtrend, right? We have a low, we have a high. Could we be failing right here? Absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got half of a bullish chart and half of a bearish chart. You have no edge on Tesla right now, unless you're guessing. And if you're guessing is good, then rock and roll. So let's wait. Let's be patient. Let's all put our eyes in there. And if somebody sees something, shout out. That's one of the great things about the trading room is somebody, hey, Tesla's moving. If somebody doesn't see it, and then we can go make a decision to buy it here. Now, I, for one, will be buying TSLL. That's a single stock ETF. And right there, I've already got it marked out. That's where I'm going to look to buy it long if I choose to buy it long. Low, high, higher low, come back up. I'll be alerted. And now trade this right here. So that's my Tesla. Okay. Um, Another stock I have here is TJ Maxx. Feel free, anybody wants to throw stock out, really look at it. TJ Maxx, this is a nice trending chart. This has got great momentum in it. We're moving up. Here's our move to the upside. Here's our pullback, our 3-8 trap set up right in here. And again, if you're interested in it's just a little 5-page, not a hard read. Check down on YouTube below the video. There's a link there for that 3-8 trap ebook. It's yours, absolutely free. And anyway, I like that. Now, me, I'm a bullish kind of buyer. What I mean by that is I don't buy stocks that are down, I buy stocks that are up. So what would have to happen? Today, that would have to get bullish. If it stayed like, down today through tomorrow, it would have to get bullish. Now, where I will buy a stock that doesn't have a bullish candle is if I'm in, I will add to the position on a red stock. But when I make my first initial buys, it's these kind of candles that I like to buy. These kind of bullish, bullish candles, things like that. So just a little bit about good, bad, or indifferent. Um, hey, hot stocks, how you doing? You're looking at Fly. Yeah, Fly's kind of it's one to keep on your watch list for sure. And man, Fly, there were several stocks that did this yesterday. They were doing great, and then yesterday they just got this big bearish engulf in there. There were several of them. I have a couple that did the exact same thing. I didn't sell them because they still were in my plan, my trade plan. And when you have a bearish engulf, I will bet every single time you're gonna see a lower low the next day. I don't know where it's gonna close, but I will bet on the lower low, and that's right where we're at right now. So it's doing what it should be doing. But overall, I still think it's a nice chart. We can go to a 2-day chart, 3-day chart, 4-day chart, 5-day chart. That is still a very, very nice chart. We just have a day of crap is what we have. You know, price can get on drugs, and and be crazy, it could just be crazy. But the overall pattern and trend to me is still good. So Fly is still very much I don't know why that's not flag. Fly is very much on my watch list and very much a nice chart. You wanna wait for time, when the time is right. Now, I don't know if you're already in it, but I can tell you right now, for me, what's gonna have to happen, I'm gonna have to see a bullish candle. And it doesn't have to be today. Um, today could be bearish, but if I see a bullish candle tomorrow, well, that sets that chart up because this is what it's doing. Low to a high, to a higher low, to a bullish candle that can lead to higher highs, lead to money. Okay? So I think that's a very nice chart up in there. All right. Hey, Roger. Yeah, earnings on Tesla coming up on the 28th. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, let's please all be reminded we have earnings. Don't get caught into earnings. Earnings can hurt you if you're not careful. Oxy. Hey, look at Oxy. Thanks, Sonny. I think this is a fabulous looking chart right here. Absolutely fabulous. And I think we've got a very nice bottom in here. We've rallied up very, very well. We're over the 200 period moving average. We're at target number 1 right now. There's target number 2, target number 3. And I wanna show you the cloud here. We're getting close to breaking out over the cloud right there. That, what is it? 4460 area. Over 4460, let's just put a line right there. Over 4460, that's where I may take Oxy extremely serious. So if that happens, what I'm gonna look at is, let it break out, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that we're gonna pull back and test. I am so convinced of that I'm willing to wait, and then what I'm gonna do is look for those buyers, right? And then I think that is a great trade over the cloud. You put a lot of things in your favor. You've got momentum in your favor, over that cloud in your favor. You've got a nice trend in your favor, and you've got a great company called Oxy. So, nice. I like that one. Thank you very much. Um, could you throw some PLTR? PLTR. There's PLTR. Yeah, let's throw that on the cloud. I see what you're looking at. You see how we were underneath the cloud here? We've come up and now we're testing it. This is one I'm watching, and this is one of the reasons because of it. Cloud, the PLTR is in this big wedge right now, but it's also kind of slow going. It's lazy. It hasn't got its moment going yet. But it's looking good here. Now, we have a low, high, higher low, right? So I'm gonna be looking at this. Now, for those that might be new here or have not heard, you'll find that I'm not the guy that's always chasing the bottom, all right? When I want pizza, I go to a pizza restaurant and buy a nice clean pizza. I don't dig in a dumpster. When I need to put diapers on my grandkids, I don't go in the garbage can and get dirty diapers. I don't dig for them. I put new diapers on them. I'm not about picking bottoms. I'm about I'm about picking charts that's working and climbing on board, and that's how the road to wealth account works. You climb on board a moving train. You don't get out and push the train. You're not a pusher. You're a rider. You're not a pusher. You're a rider. So I'll wait. I'll wait, and then if we're looking, let's see. I've got that yellow line there. So let's come over here. There we go. Um, I guess here now. Let me put some targets on there for us. So we're talking a target. Actually, let's take this and duplicate it. That'll be target 1, which that'll be, near an entry, not a profit-taking target. And then there's target 3, and we can go ahead and put target 4 up there. And we all know that PLTR can do this. If it gets its mojo on, we know that, right? So buy in this area up to target 4, well, that's 10%. That's fantastic money. And then we all know we start breaking out. Why can't PLTR be a $250 stock? It could. Patience, patience. This is a champion stock. Have patience, okay? Anyway, very nice there. What else do we have here? Thanks, Sonny, appreciate it. APP. Take a look at APP. Yeah, APP is looking good. One thing on APP, I think we need to recognize this high over here, this high at the head, or another way said, that shoulder, those heads, and that shoulder, okay? I think we need to recognize that. So, um, here we have a low, we have a high, right? And what do we know? This is something to take to the bank, okay? This is something to take to the bank in my personal opinion. You've got a low, you've got a high. We now that we've pulled back one day, we're gonna establish that as the high. So, as of today so far, we have a higher low. Now, even if we come back lower, say right to there, we're still gonna have a higher low, right? Well, did my colors backwards here, but we'll do it anyway. So now, wait for this to break out, and we break out. That becomes the new ceiling. Now, I know all the early birds wanna jump in. I get it. It used to be that way. And I really never made any money, certainly not the kind of money that I can claim that I can go 4,500 to $500,000 in 6 years. Now, I've never done that. That's a scoop, but I have done it, not to that excuse me, not to that size, but I have done it, and I know what it takes. So, let's wait for the train to move. Let's don't push the train, okay? Now, let's take a look at this. I'm gonna go to a weekly chart. Weekly. There we go. So the weekly here, so I think it's important to know, well, what can a chart do for you, right? So now I'm gonna go to this cool little tool right here. Cool little tool. Everybody's got a cool little tool, just so you know. And I'm gonna do that right there. Um, okay. So, those are targets right in there. This is gonna be my always my sweet spot, that little wide one right there. And then the rest are just, that's the 61.8 retracement. And then we're gonna duplicate that one more time. So let's just go 3 up. So if I buy it right in here, this will be my trade plan. Say, buy in this area and then sell in this area. That'll be a swing. I'm a swing trader. So now we're talking, buy, there's 3.7%, 7.5. Well, there's 11.8%. That's good money. Now I'll be an option buyer, and an option buyer, if this is, we'll call it almost 12% on the stock, man, that's a 25%, maybe 30% option. So that's extra money. Anyway, nice chart. Thank you very much. Patrick, you're looking at some ZTS. Um, we don't have good momentum on this to the upside. We have actually bearish momentum. Let's go back to the daily. Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, um, we don't have great bullish momentum. We have a little bit. It wouldn't take much to get it. This is a rounded bottom breakout, and if we could turn this green, and start moving up a little bit, I think we'll be right in the pocket. I'm gonna flag that. I like the idea of this chart. We're beat down, we're very oversold, and like I say, a rounded bottom breakout, that's one of my favorite chart setups. The first, rounded bottom breakout target is gonna be about 8% away, or the dotted deuce up here, and then the other rounded bottom breakout, the 2 targets that's on the chart is, higher up. Let's see, that's in the 15%. You're below the cloud, so for anybody that's interested in that, not everybody cares about it, but, that's a good looking chart. Thank you very much. Hey, Mike, you're looking at some A, B, and B. Hey, social media, I haven't forgotten about you, okay? We're gonna get to you in a sec, all right? A, B, A, B, and B. There we go, A, B, and B. That's a bullish chart. Yeah. Um, yeah, you see it looks nice. It does look nice. It looks very nice. There's the weekly chart. I think you've got great, momentum in it. Um, yeah. So it looks good. It does. I think it needs to get through all this right here, though, okay? And yeah, but yeah, it's setting very nice. Hey, JW, MOS, possible RBB. Absolutely, sir. That's a beautiful chart. This chart here has fabulous momentum. This is actually one on my list that I have for this morning. A beautiful rounded bottom here. Absolutely gorgeous. We've rolled up over that 50 period moving average. First target, about a deuce up here at 8.4%, and then 14% to the 200, just using the rounded bottom breakout targets. Nice consolidation right here, a J-hook setup, 3/8 trap setup, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart. The one area I think I would want it to get over would probably be, this candle right here. That'll be important, and for fun, let's just see what this is, see how that compares. That's pretty close, isn't it? I'm gonna drop that down one, see what that does. Yeah. I think I'm gonna drop this down here a little bit. I think. Yeah, 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 I am. Yeah. So right through here might be a little bit testy, but if the market picks up, I think we'll go through like butter. But overall, I think that is a superb, absolutely great looking chart. Thanks. Walmart. Yeah, Walmart's a monster. Okay. So Mike, what's your question on Walmart? All right. And I'll come back to you if you ask me your question. I want to know your question. So let's come over here to the social side, looking at charts. Hey, Skip, you're looking at QUBT. Mike, I'm not ignoring you. I just, what is your question on Walmart? QBT, QBT, it needs buyers. Just period. Okay. We need to get over 1233. I think it's setting up. That's a beautiful setup. Up, back, but, you know, I can't find a reason why I would wanna buy it here. Now, I know some people are support buyers, and support is an after effect, it's not a matter of fact, okay? Let me say that again. Support is an after fact, it's not a matter of fact. Let me explain that. So, if you look at this and you say, "Look, I've got some price action support." No, you don't. You have possible support. You don't have matter of fact support. So, here's what matter of fact is. Matter of fact support is when the bulls come in here and then tear it up. Now you can go back and say, as a matter of fact, that was support. But for you look at a chart that you think has support in it, and you buy a chart, and I never hear this from people. I never ever hear this from people. You say, okay, it's got support. I'm going to buy a down candle, and it goes like this. I never hear people say, well, crap. I guess that wasn't support. No one ever says that. You know that? See, as a matter of fact, that was not support. Support is always an afterthought. It's not a pre-thought. It's not a fact until it's a fact. Keep that in mind on support, okay? Follow price. Price. Let price lead the way. Let price lead the way. I know we look at those. I certainly look at those, but I don't treat them as support. I'll put a line there. I'll say, all right, that's a good looking chart, but now I want to see price lead the way. All right. Anyway, there we go. What else do we have here? Checking over here. Okay, Mike, you're just gonna leave it with you've been in it for a while. Well, I guess just keep raising your stop would be the best thing. It's still bullish. It's going into the S&P here in a week or less, and that's making it feel really, really good, and it should. So you may get more out of it, but just keep raising that stop. Don't forget to take profits sometimes. Okay. All right, let's take a look. What time is it? Well, I have a little time. Let's take a look at a few more charts. Um, Take a look at Oklo, okay? Oklo, for those that like, I'll say a little on the maybe the riskier side, the wilder side. Oklo might be a wilder type stock compared to some others, like UPS maybe. But it's in prime buy zone. When we start to see that buy signal in here. How about some iBit? Look at iBit. Now I'm already holding iBit, doing very well on it. Look, and this is an inside day. This is a good buy time, and possibly I add to it. We've already gone through target 1. There's target 2 and target 3. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, I'm in, ETHA. That's another one I'm in, up 30% now, inside day. Target 1, target 2. Target 1's a little wide because there's a lot there, and then target 2 up there. Um, CoreWeave. CoreWeave. I really, 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 really wanna buy CoreWeave. Um, so I'm waiting for that right time, and will, certainly be sending out alerts on the app, and in the room when that happens. I think there's members already in CoreWeave, right here, but I'm itching to buy CoreWeave. CRML is another one that might be setting up. See that low, high, higher low? That's what we're looking for. So now I'm gonna look for that bullish candle because I don't wanna be a pusher. Where's green? I wanna be a train rider. So today, I mean, if it does something like that, then I'm buying. Maybe it doesn't do it today. Maybe tomorrow it does it. Okay, now I'm in it. I can thanks, Nancy. Yeah, I knew you were. I just didn't want to say anything unless you shouted out. Appreciate it. Um, again, I wanna hop on that train, and the momentum train is running this. The momentum is there. The chart is working. Now it's about timing your entry. So that's what I'll be looking on that. Take a look at UPS. UPS, timing. The momentum is working. I'm gonna get rid of all that. It's a hold on. Momentum here is working, so it's timing that's key right now. Um, let's see, I've got CELH written down. There we go, CELH. The momentum is working. Now let's work on timing, okay? Work on timing. What else do we have? Anybody have anything? Take a look at LAC, and then we can cut it off here. Yeah, take a look at LAC. Momentum is working. Timing is key. So let's watch for that one, okay? Alrighty. Hey, I wanna thank everybody, for being here. Oh, Sonny, you wanna look at Intel? Sure. Intel? Yeah, you know, Intel's bullish. Is it a buy? Not with my money. Absolutely not. We're up too much. We're way too far from the T line. Look, Intel could go, 19 more bars up. It really could. But, you've gotta have rules, you've gotta have some kind of, um, scruples. You know, every human being has scruples, and that would go against every scruple in my body to buy it this high, and again, it may go, 19 more bullish candles higher, but I can't bring myself to buy that because it doesn't fit my trade plan. Now, let's put a pullback in here, and now we're talking, okay? Now we're talking. And we don't need a big pullback, we really don't. And we could, do something like this, pull back into this area right there, anywhere in let's see what price action does. Give me a pullback, a pullback, a pullback, buying candle. Okay, we could have some. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to take off. Remember, we're here at 8:30 AM in the morning. Please, if you're checking us out on YouTube, please give a thumbs up. It helps with everything. Google, YouTube, they don't help you out unless you jump through these hoops. So I'm asking everybody, leave comments. I'll check it. I'll answer comments right here. I won't, unless they're short ones, I won't type them out. Leave a thumbs up. Let's grow that. Let's get Google throwing hit run thumbs stuff out there to everyone. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Members will see you in the room in about 25 minutes. Okay. You